It's not the tragedy, the trauma, which does us in. We have survived the traumas already. The fact that we are sitting here means that we have survived the traumas. What gets us is still holding on to the anger, still holding on to the bitterness. You have to find some way to let that go. There's a story in the Song of God about a man who captured a monkey. He had an interesting trick. He took a jar, chained it to a tree, and put a cookie in it. The monkey came along. He could smell that cookie in the jar, and he put his hand in there and grabbed that cookie. And as soon as he heard the man coming out, he tried to remove his hand from the jar, but he couldn't because he's hanging on to the cookie. And he would not turn it loose, and he got captured. We get captured in the same way. We let our past capture all of our futures because we will not turn loose of that hurt. We keep digging at it. It's like it says in the fourth endowment. You survive the hurt already, but what you don't survive is the bitterness, the anger. You keep reflecting on it. You keep dredging it up and hurting yourself all over again. But God comes and offers you something else. God offers you something bright. Again, the seventh endowment, Heavenly Mother is speaking. She says this, let me read this to you. Where stand you then, my noble child, in light or frightful shadows? In what place is found the mind that shapes the thing you are? Do you yearn in inward hunger to touch the soul of God, to be yourself as one enlightened and filled to overflowing? It's a good question. Heavenly Mother asks everybody, where are you standing? When you look at yourself in the mirror, where are you at? If you want to experience the joy that comes from God, you must let go of something. What is it? Well, it's not your checkbook. What is it? Well, it's not every bad habit you think you may or may not have. The very first thing you have to let go is your pain, your hurt, your disappointment, your disillusionment. You have to let go of that past which continually is being dredged up and afflicting your very soul, afflicting your spirit. That is what must be let go. Can you experience the joy that comes from God? Well, of course you can. Can you experience the joy of God as revealed in the Song of God? Well, of course you can. Is there a price to be paid? Yes. It's all your hurt. It's all your pain. Can you pay that price? Do you want to pay that price? You asked an interesting question. How do I get rid of all the hate, anger, and bitterness I feel from my religious past? Well, the very first thing you have to do is accept the fact that you have those feelings, and it's all right. It's part of the process. It's part of the process of transformation. It allows you to let go because at some point it becomes too painful to hang on to it. And so little by little, if we are wise, we open up the hand and we escape from the jar. And the past, which has come to capture us, finds us long gone. We have gone for a walk with God instead. But in that transformation, there's something else that is sought. What is it that we seek? We look for the transcendent moment when you and God are one. And in that transcendent state, you hear God whispering in your ear, "You are my beloved son. You are my beloved daughter. This day I have begotten thee." Whoa! You went from being a normal person to becoming only begotten, just like Yeshua. Being born again doesn't mean getting wet. I did that this morning when I took a shower. Born again means to transcend from one state of beingness to another. To go from being normal, common, average, to becoming one with God. And then God tells you, "This day have I begotten you." Why? Because you have become just like God. God is not defined by power, wrath, or judgment. I know religions define God that way, but we don't. God is holy. God is wise. God is compassionate. God is loving. God is tender-hearted. God is a Heavenly Father and a Heavenly Mother. And so that's the nature we want to make ourselves into. We want to be just like that. And if you can do that, if you can reach the transcendent state, then you achieve the highest goal of living a mortal life. Exaltation. You become exalted. That's what it means. That's why you're here. We're here to try to become one with God. There's a process for doing it.